Peter, part of your training includes running 100 miles per week for some time. Why is this necessary?
We've found that this is the ideal distance with which you can develop your stamina to the fullest extent. Arthur Lydiard, when he evolved his system, tried various distances, 50 miles a week, even 200 miles a week, and we accept the fact that 100 is the best.
How long do you run 100 miles per week, for weeks or months?
Well, we work back from the chairmanship we're aiming for. In the case of the Olympic Games at Tokyo, we count back 9 weeks for the track work, another 6 weeks for the hill work, and then the remainder of the time is devoted to 100 miles a week.
How do you get on with interruptions such as a cold or illness? Does it affect you seriously?
It all depends what stage of the preparation this occurs. If it happens during the build-up period, for instance, I think it can actually be advantageous because a compulsory rest gives you a chance to consolidate the work you've done. Similarly, in the early schedule, it doesn't really matter a great deal because you can adjust the training accordingly. If this does happen, though, within the last 2 weeks, it could be disastrous.
Do you pay any particular attention to style?
No, I don't concentrate on style at all. Even although I've been criticised quite considerably on this point, I feel that the most natural and comfortable arm action is the best.
What is the criticism you've had of your style, Peter?
The fact that I carry my arms too low. The reason I do this is because I run these long distances and it's just not practical to carry your arms high when you're doing this long running, and I think this carries over into my racing on the track.
Now, in what can be justly described as a reasonably long but certainly most colourful and successful career, you must have at least one great thrill or moment. Which would you say this is?
Oh, without a doubt it would be definitely the 800 metres at the Rome Olympic Games. Anything that I've achieved, or I think anything that I may achieve in the future, will never come up to those heights. It was mainly, because I went to Rome as an unknown. I myself was hoping at an outside chance to make the final, and then as we progressed through the heats, found that I was running better than expected. The excitement mounted. In the actual final itself, during the race I found the pace was a bit hard in the middle stages, and then suddenly with 100 yards to go I found myself thinking, well, I can get third, and I can get second, and I could win. And it just came up to a tremendous crescendo.
How did you feel when you actually braced the tape?
Well, I didn't actually know how I'd won. I could see this tape unbroken about 2 yards away, and I remember flinging myself at it, but it was so close I wasn't sure that I had won. I wasn't actually looking over at Moens at the time, and I remember feeling that it didn't matter what happened, either first or second was fair enough.
What of the future, Peter?
One of my greatest ambitions is to achieve a 3-minute 50-second mile, and I feel that this could be possible, and I would like to concentrate on this after the Olympic Games. When I decide to retire, I don't think I'll continue with running because it's a sport where winning is the most important thing. In a game like tennis, for instance, you can get out and have a good hard game. Win or lose, you really have the satisfaction and enjoyment of a good game.
That's the story of Peter Snell, a tennis player who tried his luck at running and with hard work rewrote the world record books for middle distance events.
I just was going to run hard around this curve, and then we broke lanes immediately round, and there was a case of settling in, and I settled in that second to last place.
Leading the field at the moment is the man who likes to run in front, Wagley of Switzerland. As they come round the curve, it's Wagley of Switzerland. Then comes it's Matuszewski of Germany. Then comes Kerr of West Indies, and Snell of New Zealand, and Moens of Belgium. And it's still Wagley of Switzerland as they pass the lap for the first time in 53. The first lap, 53. And here goes Moens of Belgium going up, but it's still Wagley of Switzerland out in front. Moens of Belgium, here's Kerr trying to get round. Snell is in there on the rail, but he can't get out at the moment as they come around the curve. And Snell's on the inside. He may have difficulty getting through here. He's trapped right on the inside there, and it's Moens of Belgium, and here's Snell coming through. Moens of Belgium, Snell in second place. Kerr. Snell of New Zealand is trying to overtake Moens of Belgium. Snell of New Zealand is in front. Snell of New Zealand
anticipation among the crowd at Modesto, California, as great milers, including Jim Beattie, warm up for the duel of the season. Favorite is the mighty New Zealander Peter Snell, who holds the world mark. George Jessup in the race has Rabbit to set the pace, steps out smartly for a nicely run first quarter, with Beattie and his arch rival Snell laying back in the rear. At the half, little Jim Beattie goes into the lead. His time at the halfway mark is 1:59, a pace that augurs well for all runners. At the three-quarter mark, Kerry Weisiger and Jim Grell close the gap. The world champ Snell still running fourth. Then it's Weisiger and Grell with Beattie third and Snell still fourth. But just keep your eye on that New Zealander as he turns on the heat to pass Beattie and move into third place. He's just biding his time for that final push that makes him the greatest miler of all time. It's a fast pace. At 3/4 of a mile, the time is 2 minutes 59 and 3/10 seconds. And here goes Snell. 200 yards from the finish, he really steps out to pull away easily and burn up the cinders on his way to home and a new American record. Snell says he was pointing to this race for a year, and he takes it handily in 3:54.9, with Weisiger nosing out Beattie and Jim Grell third. All four entered the traditional 4-minute mark.
Tokyo 1964, the honour of carrying the New Zealand flag into the stadium was given to Peter Snell. He'd established himself as an international track star. Following his gold medal, he'd broken the world records for 800 metres, the half mile and the mile.
In Tokyo, I'm expecting to win. The expectation of myself is that I should win. I'm the world record holder. I deserve to. No one else has approached the times that I have. It's just a question of, do I still have it? And I wasn't absolutely sure, and you're never sure when you come out of season to perform like this.
For the 800 metres, Snell may be favourite, but he still employs the crouch start. But what also sets him apart is his experience, power and ice-cool composure.
I was always in control in the Tokyo race, and in Rome I felt I was out of control. I was supposed to make my move and I couldn't do it. Now in Tokyo I was supposed to make a move at the same place, but found myself horribly boxed, and I was capable of allowing the field to go right by, going around from the back, and I couldn't have done that in Rome.
With Curve, Jamaica, and Kipper of Kenya, and there's Peter Snell, won the gold medal.
In Rome it was exhilaration, in Tokyo it was relief. And I'm supposed to do this, I'm glad it all worked out.
Next up for Snell, the 1,500 metres, a distance over which he was a complete novice. Also racing that day was fellow Kiwi John Davies.
He was another athlete in the field. But I knew what he was capable of, and he knew what I was capable of. And I think if you see the race, we both reflect what our strengths are.
West of Great Britain and sailing the field at the moment is run out of front. Going down the middle of the back straight. Here's Peter Snell going out into the front. Followed by John Davies from out of Holland. Now out by 3-4 yards now from John Davies. And it's Snell now by 7 or 8 yards. 7 or 8 yards now over Simpson of Great Britain. Davies of New Zealand. Snell, Britain, Davies. Here's the New Zealand kicker from back here. Snell crossed the line.
Peter Snell had won his third Olympic gold medal. John Davies finished third for the bronze.
I was not the first New Zealander to have won the 1,500 metres, and so that was a nice touch. I liked the idea of a New Zealand tradition. I think we had quite a good tradition of miling already developed.
The greatest delight that I had was for Peter Snell, because to win 2 medals in the 800 and the 1,500 and double up is just a superb performance. And if you look at the film, no doubt as you have seen, Snell was just so dominant in that 1,500 metres over the last 300 metres of it. And I guess we all knew that that's the strength that he had, but on that day he was absolutely superlative.